Hi, this is Naturally for Us, and this is my son.
For sure.
You're sure? Okay. But that's his YouTube name.
Yeah, I have to
Okay.
remember. I'm like, okay, you can't use your real name. Not right now.
No, but guess what? Now they having us use our name.
Yeah, I've seen that. And I reject that every
Okay.
time. Like, no, I do not want to go there, not yet.
Okay. Okay. So anywho, okay. So I was telling you that my son, he has written a book too, and my husband, How to Live to 120 Without Sickness and Disease. Okay, by Leonard Burns. Okay, I want you all to run out there, not run out there, you just click and get his book. Okay, so, but I want to talk to my son and, and let him tell you more about his book. Okay, so, what is the book called?
It's called Blind Dating Blind, My Misadventures in Online Dating.
Okay, so what is the book about?
The book is about me becoming or exploring the internet and exploring dating through the internet by signing up to different dating websites and going out with the women. And I come home and I journal about it, and it's all in the book, just kind of laid out for people to laugh at and poke
Yeah.
fun at, tell me I'm crazy or whatever.
Okay.
That's what the book's about.
Okay, what made you, like the book?
Well, 4 score and 7 years ago. No,
Okay.
no. But no, just recently, I'm married now. I have a
Mhm.
kid,
Yeah.
and I've recently just got built up the courage to put myself out there.
Right.
But at my church, we have like a men's group where men's fellowship where we get together in groups, and we kind of this is kind of a way for men to get in touch with their feelings.
Yeah.
And so I went through this thing, and part of the program was you had to write down um, things about your past,
Mhm.
hurts that you may have had,
Right.
resentments, different things, because men don't talk.
No.
We'll let that stuff just ball up inside,
Yeah.
fester
Right.
until we croak,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
So
And that helps you quote too.
yeah, it does. So that's what this program at the church was trying to do, is get us to express ourselves, and so I had to write down all of this stuff. And at first I had a hard time doing it, but then I said, well, let me just kind of write it down like a story, like
Mhm.
my life story. And so I started writing, and I started getting into it,
Mhm.
and I was like, what else can I write? And I just kept writing, and I finished that program, or that thing at the church, and I still wanted to write. So I just kept writing, and I said, it would be
Right.
cool if I could do a book. And I'm like, what could I talk about? And I thought back to my years of doing online dating.
Mhm.
And I said that I've always, always talked about, one of these days I'm gonna write a book about this. That girl was crazy, you know. And
Okay.
and I had been kind of journaling it,
Mhm.
not really like a diary, like or nothing like that, but
Right.
if I'm in the chat rooms talking to this girl,
Mhm.
and something, she says something off the wall, or I say something, and like, I can't believe I just said that.
Mhm.
I would go off to the side and just kind of make little notes to
Right.
myself. And so
Mhm.
after a while, I started compiling all these notes, and so I had the makings of a book already. So
Wow.
I took that and married it to, or combined it with just my desire to tell stories. And that's the book. That's where the book came from.
Wow. That's good. Okay, so uh, why did you call it, you know, blind dating blind?
Yeah, well, it kind of just seemed natural to me
Mhm.
that internet dating is like the modern day version of blind dating, where
Oh.
if you saw, so and so is
Mhm.
available, and this person over here is looking for somebody, and we all have this matchmaker
Yeah.
like inside of it. Everybody wants to be Cupid. It's like,
Okay.
think you can hook up other people, you can't even get your own stuff together.
Right.
But you want to hook up people. So, but internet dating is it's just like blind dating. You know, you send two people off, and you say, you know, you should meet so and so, and y'all get together and go out, and you don't know what the person looks like,
Yeah.
and you show up at the bar or whatever,
Yeah.
and you like, whoa, okay, this is what this the other person thinks of me, that you're gonna try to hook me up with you,
Right.
and you looking all like you look.
Okay.
And so internet dating is similar in that you
Yeah.
get, you know, you get the little profile of or picture that they uploaded of
Right.
themselves, you know, and of course they're gonna try to make themselves look the
Yeah.
best that they
I
can.
know I would.
And so you got to kind of take them at their word for it.
Right.
You like, I hope
That
that's
person.
what
Yeah.
shows up. And, you know, you got all of your stuff together, and
Okay.
you show up there, and it's a blind. And, you know, you're going into it blind.
Yeah. You
But
are.
then I call it blind dating blind because I think a lot of times we think we know what we want in life,
Mhm. Yeah.
but you really don't know what you want.
No.
You know, and when you get what you thought you wanted, and you're still not happy at the
Yeah.
end, or you're like, or it comes with all this other baggage.
Right.
Excuse me, and you're kind of like, I'm not happy.
Yeah.
You know, and then you're looking for something else. You're gonna move on to
Right.
the next thing. So it's kind of like, you know, we're going into this thing blind.
Mhm.
So therefore, it's blind dating blind. So
Wow.
blind people dating. It's kind of like the blind leading the blind.
Blind.
You know.
Yeah.
So I kind of played off of that word, and you know, and people liked it. So
Wow. Okay. So do you see yourself as a author
I I never, if you would have asked me
on
coming out of
dating? Yeah, on dating.
an authority, you
Yeah.
mean?
Right.
Oh, okay. Not really.
Yeah.
I don't look at myself as an authority. Not, you know, I have my opinion.
Mhm.
You know, we all have our opinions.
Right. We
Just
all could
like
write
we
a
all
book.
have armpits. You
Right.
know,
Okay.
and they all
Yeah.
stink usually. But we all have our opinion.
Right.
And, you know, so these are more of my stories. So it's not like I'm telling you, this is what you should do. You know,
Mhm.
the man is acting like this, so
Yeah.
you know, I'm gonna be Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
This is what you need to do. Take him. And, you know, that's terrible. But yeah. So you know, it's I felt like I don't have enough whatever to tell anybody else what to do. Well, all I can really do is just share my experience with you. You know. So, and I don't think you have to be an authority to just
Right.
share
Yeah,
your
right.
life journey.
There
You
you
know,
go.
and we all have stories in us.
Mhm.
So it's just me telling my story. And I don't think you have to be an authority. Now, maybe over the course of time, because I've been writing this book and the blog for a year and a half, almost 2 years now.
Mhm.
So over that time, I've met people. I've had people write in and share stories with me, and so I starting to gather information
Mhm.
and put two and two together with a little bit that God has given me,
Right.
wisdom wise.
Mhm.
So I may be able to point some people in a better direction than what they've been in,
Mhm.
but to be authority like you have a PhD in psychology or I don't have anything like that. But then I also wonder about those who are calling themselves
Right.
experts.
Mhm.
You look at their lives,
Right.
and they are on their sixth marriage.
Yes.
They got kids all over the place, or they can't hold down a man or a woman or whatever, and they got shows on TV. Y'all know who I'm talking about. But anyway, and so I'm like, I'm listening, I'm watching their shows, and I'm like, I could have told her that.
Okay.
I could have told him that you got this problem or whatever. So I'm like,
Right.
why not?
So you see yourself something like a guru of dating?
No, again, no, I'm just the average person sharing my story and giving my opinion because we got the internet and everybody's out there talking about something. So why not?
Okay.
Why not me?
Okay. Okay. So how do you feel about the you know mixing of romance and technology, and what do you see coming down the pipe? What's next?
Well, I think it's a dangerous combination. Internet and how screwed up people are. You put that mixed together.
Wow.
But no, seriously, I mean, it's just like anything else. Like, if you give the wrong person a gun, then what's the outcome going to be?
Wow.
Depends on the individual. So the internet is a tool, just like anything else. And based upon who's using it and how they're using it, it can either be good or it could be bad. You know, and there's been a lot of bad, and I don't want to go into the negatives and depress everybody. But there's a lot of good things too. That come out of it. So and I've gone through. I've heard a lot of stories about a lot of horror stories, but I've heard a lot of good things. And I've gone through it myself for a number of years, and couldn't say that I've been in any real negative or harmful situation. It could have been. But I don't. Maybe because you was praying for me. Maybe I had saints they was in the prayer closet because I did some stupid stuff when I was on there. And so I know you was praying. You must have been, speaking in tongues the whole thing. Because I did some stuff, and I'm surprised. I thank God that I'm here today.
Praise God.
Because it could have been it could have been bad, but I forgot what the question was. But anyway, internet dating, right? So just like technology and that whole thing. As far as what the future brings, I don't know. Maybe you might see more of people fixing other people up with someone from online, because it's a scary proposition to get two people that don't know each other, and they're supposed to meet and survive the situation. So it might be better if your girlfriend knows this guy already, so there's already a rapport there, and so this person checks out. He's not a mass murderer or Dracula or nothing like that, and and then hooks this person up with somebody else. So it's kind of like we're vouching for this person ahead of time. Y'all can meet online and chat and do all that other stuff, but we kind of know a little bit about this person. We've checked out their Facebook page. We've checked them out on Twitter over a period of time to see what they're talking about. So we know that this person is at least sane enough to hold down.
Well, that sounds
that there's already a few websites out there that do that. So I think you'll see more and more of those pop up. And from there, who knows what might be next? Because a lot of people are using their smartphones now, and they might go to a bar, and you can go in and see, okay, who else at this bar is on this site that might want to hook up for the night, or might want to just chat or whatever. And so you're seeing little things, little apps and stuff like that, where it's kind of taking it to the next level.
Because a lot of people don't want to just meet. Well, I don't know. Maybe they do. Because you get all kind of people. Okay. There's Blind Dating Blind, the book, and blinddatingblind.com. Okay, what's the difference?
Well, the blinddatingblind.com started first because I got the bright idea to keep myself motivated, because I said I'm going to write a book. Never did it before. That could be intimidating. And you might start it and then not get back to it or whatever. So I said, if I write it as a blog first, then that would encourage me to kind of keep going. So instead of like closing myself up in the cave with a typewriter and writing the book out the old-fashioned way, I said, well, I'll write it as a blog post, each chapter, or break it up, and then that way I can both encourage myself to keep going and get the encouragement of others that you see them coming to the site, reading it, commenting on it, and it pushes you to keep going. So, and it works.
Yeah,
And then
that's
plus it
good.
kind of helps build some publicity, build the momentum, so you don't just have a book. You come out the closet, I got a book, who wants to buy it, and don't nobody know what you're talking about, because there's a lot of stuff going on in the internet, and there's a lot of things pulling for your attention.
Right.
So you kind of have to build a rapport first and build
Right.
that platform.
Right.
So I have a little bit of a following. It's not as big as I like, but I think that came as a result of me starting with the blog first.
Yeah.
And letting people know it's coming, it's coming, it's coming,
Right.
and then after a while they're like, where is it? Hurry up, bring it, So.
Yeah. Okay. What makes your book worth reading?
I think, well, I would just say, aside from me trying to toot my own horn,
Right.
just listening to the comments of those who have read the blog.
Oh, okay.
One lady said, and I didn't even think of this. She said, I like reading the book because this is a guy's perspective
Right.
on, and what he's thinking, what's going on in his mind as he's dating different women, and she said, it helped her look at it from the guy's point of view, as opposed to her just trying to figure out what he's thinking,
Yeah.
or talking to her girlfriends and them
Right.
talking about, oh, well, he's this and that and whatever, and but not really
Woman's
getting
perspective.
the guys, input. Because
Right.
I heard me and my wife were watching the show, and this lady said, all a man needs is for you to have a thong and some high heels on, and he's good to go, or something like that. I'm probably totally screwing up the quote or something like that. Somebody probably saw the show and could set me straight on it. But it was like something to that degree. And then my wife turned to me and was like, "Is that true?" I'm like, "No, we need more than that.
No,
You got you got to have some food in your hands with you or something. Then maybe that might be the complete pack." But so it's like she was telling her girlfriends this.
Wow.
And they were like, yapping about it, whatever. And I'm like, okay, that's only, there might be some truth to that, but that's just one perspective. That's one viewpoint. You got to get more than that, to put together the whole puzzle. So I think my book gives other parts of the puzzle. It's not the complete, but it's one viewpoint that you might add to your arsenal.
Yeah.
And to get a fuller picture of what's going on in the dating world.
Yeah. Okay, so I know that there's other books out there, like on diet, on dating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what makes yours different?
It's me.
Or have you? Oh, okay.
I mean, I can't, and I've looked, and there's a handful of other books where people tell about their dating stories, but the majority of them come off as experts.
Okay.
Telling you what you should do, this, that, and the other thing, and giving you pointers and tips. And I even read one of them. It was kind of like, the first thing you need to do is log on and upload your pictures. I'm like, we already know to do that. Come on, unless you are struggling with sending email and the basic stuff, which there might be some people out there like that, but for the most part, we know how to upload a picture.
Right.
We
know how to do that.
We know not to include a picture of you drunk at the Christmas party. You want to put your best foot forward, even if you got to slide the other one behind it. So, there's like some basic stuff you already know. Don't use your same password that don't use 12345 as your password. Don't use your birthday as your password. Little stuff, we know that stuff. Don't show up to the person's house to pick them up. Some of those things we know, and that's what's in a lot of these books.
Yeah.
But I didn't find anything where someone is giving a blow-by-blow account of what happened to them on each and every day. So that's why I think mine's a little bit different, and especially I didn't see any from a guy.
Wow.
Most of the guys' books that are out there, they're all from an authoritative standpoint of what you need to do, or the real popular right now is how to get chicks. This
Wow.
whole how to get chicks, how to get numbers, how to get laid, how to
Wow.
how to get her to give it up to you.
Wow.
And that's
Good.
really hot right
Okay.
now.
Okay.
It's like, and so guys are, the men who are writing, they're
Mhm.
kind of trying to capitalize
Yeah.
and sell something to
Yeah.
other guys that are desperate or whatever,
Right.
that they just want sex or whatever. It's like, well, let me get this book. He'll show me the secrets of how to just get somebody into bed right quick. But just like an honest book that shares my experiences, I haven't seen anything like that.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's a handful.
Because
few
you're a man of God. That's why. And you can't.
I take that. I receive.
Yeah, and that's why you can't do any. You can't make any kind of weird move. But anyway, anywho, okay. So, when is your book gonna be out?
Well,
That's what they're gonna
yeah,
ask.
right. I was just telling Dad that the editor just finished the final draft, so that's done. My books are gonna have, it's fun and it's funny, and I've got cartoons in my book.
Yeah, he's an artist.
Yeah, there's little comic strips that go throughout it. So I have a few more comic strips to add to it. But it should be out. The Kindle version will be out first, and it should be out first of the year. So like that first week of January, the Kindle version will be out, and then the paperback will be out maybe a week or so after that.
Okay.
So
I'll get my first copyright.
yeah, actually, I have pre-finished copies that are in the mail right now, so you'll get one of those.
Okay, so
You'll
I'll
be
be
able to
showing.
read it and share with them.
Yeah.
Some of the juicy stuff that's in
Right.
there.
Okay. So this is Yashar. Okay. And this is Naturally for Us. And like I like to always end, I want you guys to get the book. Okay, when it comes out. So may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you and give you peace today. We bless you too. Love you.